Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you. In this video, we will be explaining, understanding misconceptions about Islam. Islam is one of the most misunderstood religions in the world today. With over 1.9 billion followers, its teachings are often misrepresented in mainstream media. Islam, which means submission to God, is a comprehensive way of life that promotes peace, justice, compassion, and discipline. Misconceptions such as Islam promoting violence or oppressing women arise from a mixture of ignorance, political agendas, and isolated events being generalized. To address these issues objectively, this analysis examines Islamic teachings through its primary sources, the Quran and Hadith, while incorporating historical facts, logic, and modern sociological insights. Islam and non-Muslims, tolerance, coexistence. Compassion. Islam's relationship with non-Muslims is rooted in respect and coexistence. Quran Surah 60 Ayah 8 states, Allah does not forbid you from being kind and just with those who have not fought you because of religion or expelled you from your homes. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, signed the Constitution of Medina, a pluralistic social contract between Muslims, Jews, and other tribes, ensuring mutual rights and responsibilities. Non-Muslims lived peacefully under Islamic rule in Spain, Al-Andalus, and the Ottoman Empire. Historical perspective. Under Islamic governance, Christians and Jews were classified as al-Kitab, people of the book, and granted protection. This is contrary to the image of hostility often propagated today. Philosophical view. Islam distinguishes between individuals and their beliefs, promoting justice regardless of religious differences. Islam and violence. Is Islam inherently violent? Islam does not condone unprovoked violence. Warfare is permitted only for self-defense or to protect the oppressed. Quran Surah 5 Ayah 32, if anyone kills a person, unless in retribution for murder or spreading corruption in the land, it is as if he had slain all mankind. The Prophet's own example during the Treaty of Hudaybiyah and his entry into Mecca, without bloodshed, showcase peaceful conflict resolution. Sociological insight. Radicalism often arises from political instability, foreign intervention, and socio-economic grievances, not theological doctrine, logical standpoint. A religion with rules on warfare ethics, environmental care, and compassion towards animals cannot be intrinsically violent. The different God misconception. Do Muslims worship another deity? Muslims worship the same monotheistic God as Jews and Christians, the God of Abraham. Quran Surah 29 Ayah 46, our God and your God is one, and to him we submit. Allah is the Arabic word for God, used even in Arabic Bibles and by Arabic-speaking Christians. This misconception stems more from linguistic unfamiliarity than doctrinal difference. Theological context. Islamic Tawhid, monotheism, emphasizes a direct relationship with God, without intermediaries. While doctrines differ, e.g., Trinity, the core monotheistic belief remains shared. Women in Islam, liberation or oppression. Islamic teachings elevated the status of women 1,400 years ago. Quran Surah 9 Ayah 71, the believing men and women are allies of one another. Women received rights to own property, inherit wealth, receive education, and choose their spouses. Prophetic tradition. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the best of you are those who are best to their women. From Hadith Book of Tirmidhi, historical example, Mother Aisha narrated over 2,000 hadiths and advised leaders on theology and politics. Sociological view, cultural practices in some regions are not reflective of Islamic teachings. The Quran and Sunnah must be distinguished from societal patriarchy. Jihad, what it really means. Jihad means striving, or struggling, in the path of God. Hadith from Sahih Bukhari. The Prophet said, the greatest jihad is to struggle against your own self. Jihad includes, personal jihad, striving to be a better person, verbal jihad, speaking out for justice, defensive jihad, protecting the community from aggression, misuse. The term has been hijacked by extremists and misinterpreted in Western discourse. True jihad upholds mercy, discipline, and ethics. Psychological view. The concept nurtures resilience and moral consciousness, similar to modern ideas of self-regulation. Islam and extremism. A firm stance against terror. Islam unequivocally condemns extremism. Quran Surah 7 Ayah 33, say, My Lord has forbidden oppression without right. Quran Surah 2 Ayah 190, Fight in the way of Allah those who fight you, but do not transgress. Indeed, Allah does not like transgressors. Prophet Muhammad warned against excess, beware of extremism in religion, for it destroyed those before you. Ibn Majah, Modern Fatwas. Countless Islamic scholars and councils have issued edicts, fatwas, condemning terrorism as un-Islamic. Scientific studies, radicalization correlates more strongly with identity crises, alienation, and political disenfranchisement than religious observance. Human rights in Islam, a 1,400-year-old framework. Islam promotes human dignity and rights. Quran Surah 17 Ayah 70, We have certainly honored the children of Adam. The farewell sermon of the Prophet emphasized racial equality, women's rights, and the sanctity of life and property. Islamic law enshrines right to life, protection of honor, freedom of belief, right to education and work. Historical proof, under Islamic rule, minority communities often had autonomy, preserved their cultures, and thrived economically. Comparison. Islamic principles of justice and equality align with modern human rights declarations. Freedom of speech, respect versus harm. Quran Surah 41 Ayah 34, Repel evil with what is better. Islam allows for discussion and disagreement but values ethical discourse. The Prophet tolerated insults without retaliation, demonstrating patience and wisdom. However, he opposed defamation, incitement, and slander. Islamic principle, freedom should not lead to moral anarchy or societal division. Modern relevance, like many liberal societies, Islam balances free speech with accountability and public ethics. Science and Islam, harmony, not conflict. Quran Surah 96 Ayah 1, Read in the name of your Lord who created. Islam promotes knowledge as a religious obligation. The Golden Age of Islam, 8th to 14th centuries, saw advancements in medicine, Ibn Sina, mathematics, Al-Khwarizmi, astronomy, Al-Tusi, prophetic hadith. Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim. Ibn Majah, scientific perspective. Unlike medieval Europe, Islamic scholars saw no contradiction between science and faith. Islamic ethics on marriage and relationships. Quran Surah 30 Ayah 21, And he created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them. Marriage is seen as a sacred bond based on consent and mutual respect, financial and emotional support, rights and responsibilities for both spouses. Hadith, the best among you is the one who is best to his wife. From Hadith Book of Tirmidhi, ethical outlook, relationships must avoid exploitation and emphasize dignity. Morality and discipline, Islam's philosophical approach. Quran Surah 2 Ayah 286, Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. Islamic practices, like prayer, fasting, and charity, cultivate inner discipline and moral clarity. Daily routines help develop structure and mindfulness. Philosophical benefit, by defining right and wrong, Islam avoids moral relativism and encourages accountability. Psychological insight, rituals offer identity, reduce anxiety, and increase community belonging. Eschatology in Islam, justice and accountability. Quran Surah 99 Ayah 7-8, Whoever does an atom's weight of good or evil will see it. Belief in the Day of Judgment ensures ultimate justice. Key beliefs include resurrection, divine judgment, reward, paradise, or punishment, hell, purpose, encourages moral responsibility in this life. Philosophical argument, the hereafter addresses the issue of cosmic justice that materialism cannot resolve. Sharia law, misunderstood legal philosophy. Quran Surah 5 Ayah 8, Be just, that is nearer to piety. Sharia encompasses spiritual, ethical, civil, and criminal laws. It regulates prayer, business, family, and social justice. Diversity, multiple legal schools, Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali, exist, showing interpretive flexibility. Misconceptions, harsh penalties are rarely applied and often require high proof standards. Most of Sharia deals with ethics, worship, and social welfare. Goal, promote justice, prevent harm, and uphold human dignity. Conclusion, Islam is a faith of balance. Islam is a faith of moderation, promoting harmony between body and soul, rights and duties, and individual and society. Its principles, when studied in context, offer guidance for personal development, social justice, and interfaith harmony. By confronting misconceptions with facts and faith, we can foster understanding and dialogue in a world hungry for truth and peace.
And there you have it. We hope you found this information helpful and thought-provoking. Our goal is always to provide you with content that both informs and engages. If you enjoyed this video and found value in it, we'd be incredibly grateful if you could take a moment to hit that like button. Your positive feedback helps our content reach more viewers who might benefit from it. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to stay updated on our latest uploads. We release new videos regularly and would love to have you join us on this journey of discovery and learning. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care and stay curious.